Right. And we're live. Welcome, everybody.
Buenas tardes.
Those of you who have not signed up for our newsletter, you should do it because a lot of states are going out of session, and there is a list that I included in that notification, that newsletter.
Buenas tardes.
Those of you who have not signed up for our something happening. What is happening? Oh, I think I might have my thing open. There we go. Sorry. I still had the thing open that I shared the original link from, and there's like a delay on it. So all of a sudden I'm like,
does that mean that we can like cut it out if we accidentally swear?
No, it's
Just
like,
delay.
oh, how amazing would it be though if we had real life swear buttons that we sweared, but we also press the button on ourselves so that like I might have to get one of those, just a big red one to keep by my computer. And people would be like, I can still hear you swearing. You're right by the mic. And I'm like, no, it's your imagination. So because of the fact that so many people's states are going to be going out of session, they're trying to give Texas an extra session because somebody's real mad that his discriminatory trans bathroom bill didn't pass.
Extra session would be purely
and there is a list that I included in that notification in that newsletter. Somebody else has a thing open?
Not that I know of.
Do you guys hear that? Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that.
I'm like, I checked just now. My other windows are all closed, so that was crazy.
I got nothing. I had nothing open, I swear.
What was it that you were saying about the session, Karen?
Oh yeah, the session is purely to drop the hammer on transgender people.
Mm-hmm.
No other reason.
Yeah, because they had been like, it was going to be about what was the other issue that we were like thinking maybe they should go to special session and talk about this, and now I'm just like, nah, never mind, son. It's fine. So those of you who aren't sure whether your state is in session or not, there is a link to it on the Broad Defense website under Toolbox, and also it was in the newsletter, so you guys can check that out.
Or you can check your own state legislature website, but Sarah and I have been finding out that's not easy.
Yeah, I have heard tell that it is not the most helpful, like when you try and find it yourself, that there's often a lot of obstacles to actually just getting some really simple information like that. Oh, brother.
All right, government loves us.
So today we're all three of us, right, are going to be calling about the AHCA and the really bad CBO score that they got, and the fact that they did not wait for that score before passing it in the House.
Did you link to the CBO score in the newsletter?
Yes.
I was quite surprised to open that app and see how intelligible that is.
Same, because I linked also to the NPR article, but I didn't really need to. Like, the NPR breaks it down and adds some additional context for things. But yeah, it was very understandable as it was. And I was like, oh, thank you for writing this in a way that humans understand.
I assumed it would be arcane full of equations, which is fine, but it wasn't. It was like basically a dial, good or bad, you know?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So that is what we are all going to be calling about today. So who wants to start off? I started off last week.
I think either I'm going to go first, and then you go, and then Sarah goes, and that puts a delay in between our calls. For Sarah's...
Oh, I changed the verbiage.
Did you? All right.
Added a little extra Sarah fluff.
I'm calling the Colorado office, and I'm doing it right now. They're not in session this week, so who knows? Maybe they let everyone have the week off.
Thank you for calling the office of the U.S. Senator Cory Gardner. We are open.
Try the D.C. office. If I get voicemail again, I'll leave a message this time.
Okay.
Hi, this is United States Senator Cory Gardner, your senator from the great state of Colorado. Thanks for calling my office. Please feel free to leave a message.
Hi, I'm calling to share my opinion about some legislation. I would like to ask Senator Gardner to help create a new health care bill that would do much more to protect the sick and poor than the current version of the AHCA. As the new CBO score shows, the bill as currently written is just mean. We should be preserving much of the positive impact of Obamacare. So we need to fix what's broken and not just scrap the whole thing. So I hope that Senator Gardner agrees and will try to do a better job than what we have now. Thanks. Oh, and I am Karen Suhaka from Denver 80203. All right. Bye-bye. That'll do.
All right. All right. So I'm going to call first Ted Cruz. I would like to call both John Cornyn. I don't know if y'all saw that tweet.
No.
But somebody tweeted result from the CBO and mentioned that, you know, how many people would lose insurance, and he just replied with fake news.
Did he say
I
Covfefe?
saw that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that was that person, but I saw that.
You sure were. He's great. Oh my guys, just
Covfefe.
day. What's that?
Pod Save America people.
22459.
My little Pod Save America people called him out on Twitter.
Good.
They're quite good people to follow.
Hi, this is Ted Cruz. Thank you for calling my Washington, D.C. office. It is an honor and privilege to serve the great state of Texas,
God.
United States Senator.
Why you gotta be
I look
so like
forward to hearing
verbose?
your thoughts.
It's irritating.
I know, I hate
To leave a
this
message
place.
for me about current issues or legislation, please press 1. Thank you so much for your thoughts and concerns about the important issues facing our nation. Please leave me a message and include your name, your city of residence, and your email address. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Natasha Kingston. I'm calling from Denison, Texas, Ray Drive, 75020. I'm calling because I am outraged that House Republicans passed the American Health Care Act without a Congressional Budget Office review and without fixing the issues in the plan that would leave millions uninsured and drive up premiums for millions more. I urge you to please vote against the AHCA and ensure the ACA's expansion of Medicaid instead of cutting it, and add protections for people with pre-existing conditions rather than cutting those also. Thank you for your time.
Click.
I was like about to be like, thanks. And I was like,
I wish we could send him a picture of your face, like a pop-up. After
You're
that.
like, swear button, hang up button. Swear button, hang up.
right next to each other. How many times would I accidentally hang up on people though when I'm just meant to swear?
Oh, yeah.
So anybody interested, I used the script from Indivisible for that one.
Ah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
It's not as long and in-depth and, you know, probably effective if somebody were actually listening. But I figure for a voicemail, it's probably.
We don't know, do we? So
Yeah.
we'll see if we can't get Derek here in a second. All right, Sarah, you're on the clock.
All right, here I go. I'm going to leave a message at the Colorado office.
Good thinking.
Hmm. 23. 391. 577.
He's writing the new bill. This matters. Well, at least I know it isn't personal, and they weren't just like screening my number.
Thank you for calling the office of the U.S. Senator Cory Gardner. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. either after hours or all of our representatives are on the other line. If you know your party's extension, please dial that now. If you would like to leave a message, please dial 0 and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Your call is being transferred.
It's a real creepy smile you got there, Sarah.
This is you persisting.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for calling U.S. Senator Cory Gardner's office. Please leave your message after the tone. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sarah Johnson, and I'm from Dillon, Colorado, 80435. And I'm calling to ask Senator Cory Gardner to help create a new healthcare bill that would do much more to protect the sick and poor than the current bill for the AHCA. The new CBO score shows that the new AHCA will not serve the American people in a just way. It's cruel. We should be preserving as much of the positive impact of the Obamacare bill as possible and focus on fixing what's broken instead of wiping away everything and taking away all of the important aspects that protect people and serve American citizens in a positive, constructive way. As you are one of 13 senators tasked in rewriting the bill, I ask that you preserve the good parts and protect the American people as a Colorado and United States citizen. Thank you.
Yay!
You took mine and improved it. Go you.
She got a pink pussy hat.
All right. So let's see what Derek has to say. I don't think he's there, but we'll give it a try.
Okay.
Are we just like calling to chat with Derek?
Yeah, we're going to be like, does this matter? Do you write it down?
Homie.
Get a little back behind the scenes knowledge.
Did we read you a speech or just tell you like thumbs up or thumbs down? He wasn't there earlier today.
Senator Guzman's office, this is Darren. May I help you?
Karen, you there? Hello. Hi, this is Karen.
Hello. Hi, Karen.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And yourself?
I promised I would call you, and here I am. I'm so glad that you're there.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
So what are you guys doing with the session done?
We look at each other and twiddle our thumbs a lot.
All right. Do you want to get everybody on the line? I've got some questions.
Oh, well, I could. Let's see. Shoot, let's see what we got, and I'll see who I need.
I wanted to know, like, how to be an effective caller and do these calls matter? And I've got, like, 3 or 4 questions like that.
Sure. The calls can matter. Are they effective? It depends on what you're asking for. Calling up and asking for something that's really more federal based is really an ineffective use of your time, because when we get those, it's just, oh, well, that's nice. And
how about when I call for a specific bill?
Those are very helpful. We keep tallies of those types of calls, and if we get, say, 4 or 5 or 6 of them or something like that, then it's something that the senator keeps track of, and before she goes into committee, I always tell her how many calls or letters she's gotten on a certain issue and what they stood for.
Interesting. So a handful can actually matter.
A handful can actually matter, yeah.
Okay, and so I took the time to write out my thoughts and read you a whole speech every time I called. Does that make any difference, or do you just put down pro or con?
You know what for someone who calls repeatedly, cutting straight to the chase and just saying, here's where I'm at, is much more effective.
I see. Okay.
At this point, Karen, I know your voice, and we've got this exchange, and so I've got my pad out just ready to write down what you're. Usually I'll have my pen out trying to write down what you're interested in or what your thoughts were for the day.
So for the very first time I called, you just wanted to understand that I had a considered opinion?
Yeah, that's really it.
Interesting. Okay. So what else can we do besides call when we really care about a bill?
That it's a matter of getting other people to do the same thing.
Nah.
One call may or may not make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
10 calls, it matters. It's something like that. It's a percentage of our constituency, and if you figure that only a few percentage of people actually act
on things, and then you look at the number of people that have called in, and if they're all looking at the issue the same way, then that creates definitely a groundswell.
So do you figure the same is true when I call Senator Gardner? Like, do they keep a tally? And I mean, obviously, it would take more calls, but
yeah, most of my contemporaries do keep tallies like that.
okay.
It does change office by office, and some offices are very responsive to constituents, and some offices are very unresponsive. And those, you should hear probably a big difference when you call them on the phone. If they're not going to be responsive, they're not going to spend much time with you on the phone.
Yeah. So you would put yourself in the responsive camp.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, absolutely.
All right. Is it okay if I call you again another time and ask you a little bit about how you got into this?
No, absolutely. That'd be just fine.
All
No
right.
problem at all.
Thanks, Darren.
All right.
Nice to talk to you.
All
All right.
Nice talking to you, Karen.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right.
Didn't they talk about us at the office?
Yes.
By us, I mean you.
Yes.
Yeah. When he's like, some of them are unresponsive, and you can kind of tell. I'm like,
Oh.
Randy Baumgartner's Cheryl.
God.
Cheryl and Randy Baumgartner's.
When they're just like, thanks, and then they like hang up on me before I've even finished telling them where I'm from. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Is it the Cornyn lady who's always so rude to you?
It was actually one of the worst ones was when I called Ted Cruz's office and dialed 0 to talk to a person instead of leaving a voicemail. Obviously, he wanted people to be dialing to leave a voicemail, and I was just like, nah, I really would like a human being. Thank you.
Very unsubmissive of you. All right, so that was interesting though. They do,
Yeah.
and it doesn't take that many calls.
Yeah, when he said that, 10 calls matters, I'm like, 10 is not a big number. We could do 10. Like, we just have to, I think that would be a good goal to like try and reach by the end of the month. I'm hearing feedback again. I feel like, does somebody have another window open? This keeps happening.
I don't hear anything.
Is it just me? Is it just on
I
my
do.
end?
I hear the feedback.
Okay, maybe it's coming from
Maybe it's me then.
maybe it's coming from Sarah if she can't hear it.
So
Whatever the
probably
case,
good
though.
time to wrap up in any case.
Yeah. But thank you for asking him those questions, because it really is encouraging to hear how low a number really is effective. Although I guess now that a lot of states are going out of session, it's going to be kind of irrelevant for me in Texas for another year, since they only are here every other year.
Yeah.
But it's encouraging to know that that's only 10 people. I appreciate hearing that. So, all right, cool. Well, thank you, ladies, for coming today.
All right. We'll kind of write up our little interview, I think, and share it next time.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And I'll share this video on the Facebook page. And I will also log my activism on the little website. So those of you who are calling and watching, make sure to log that you made a call on broaddefense.org and enter in who you called and what you called about. And I will be sending people links so that they can see their own charts and everything if they start a new series of entries. So,
Great. Okay. Way
all
to
right.
go.
Woo!
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.